This is like what we understand to be Star Wars. Like the idea that like that only came from George Lucas, that only George Lucas holds the key for what we understand to be Star Wars is just untrue. And I think the prequels are an excellent example of that. I mean, the idea that like when you're hiring a director, that everyone is sitting in there waiting for George Lucas and not for the person who's going to know to hire Ralph McQuarrie, that's the problem. That's the misogyny and the problem with the auteur myth as it's.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted a reason as to why the Acolyte is being dragged by every real Star Wars fan across the world right now, well, you just heard it. That is the creator to the Acolyte, Leslie Headland, who happens to be the former assistant to Harvey Weinstein. That's 100% true. Well, Harvey Weinstein was in the back with the couch, ruining countless lives, causing just miles of trauma. She was in the front answering his phone calls. She was in the front arranging his meetings and maybe was complicit. I don't know. Who knows? We will never know. Clearly, we will never know because now she has a job. She has a job over at Lucasfilm. And that job was to destroy Star Wars, which Star Wars, if you did not know this, Star Wars has been dead since 2012. Yeah, what we have now is we have Disney dragging Star Wars across Main Street by its ankles, right? Dragging it. It's already a corpse. And it is charging you money to spit on his face one last time. That's all this is now. That's all the Acolyte is. I watched that trash last night. I watched the first 2 episodes, and it's not a breakdown. I'm not gonna. If you're expecting me to go scene by scene, I'm not gonna do that. Go watch Theory. Go watch some of these other creators. No, this is just an honest critique as to why this show is so bad. It is unbiased, by the way. I wanted to like this show. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you. I wanted to like the Acolyte, but it's just not possible because you see, I went in, like I'm sure many other of you went in, wanting to see a good Star Wars show, right? We were promised this. We were always going to be a fresh Star Wars show that's not connected to anything else. It's not going to be connected to the prequels, to the original, to the sequels, none of that. It's going to be completely new. And I came in with the mindset, okay, I don't have to worry about the sequels. I don't have to worry about what they did to Luke Skywalker. I can just enjoy this new Star Wars show. And what ended up happening was I was watching this, and the only thing that I can think of was, if George Lucas ever sees this, which I don't think he will, I don't think he'll ever I don't even think he has Disney Plus. He probably would leave this earth prematurely. Right? This is an abomination to George Lucas's Star Wars, to real Star Wars. Everything about it did not feel like Star Wars. The way that the Jedi were portrayed, they were portrayed to be losers. You had that one Jedi that was meditating, floating, which I thought was pretty cool. I saw them, like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then he comes back to, he sees the girl, the assassin, the Acolyte, the twin, the evil twin, and he just takes the poison like a bum, like a loser. And I'm like, okay. Then you had the guy from Squid Games, the Jedi from Squid Games. That's another one that people are, oh, he's kind of like Qui-Gon Jinn. Bro, he is the Dollar General version of Qui-Gon Jinn. I ain't gonna hold you. The Asian one, whatever his name was. I mean, there's just so much with this show that I can literally go on a huge rant about this show as to why it's just garbage. But the main reason is that clip that I played in the very beginning, Leslie Headland talking about her opinion on Star Wars. More importantly, her opinion on George Lucas. She does not like George Lucas. She hates George Lucas. You heard her. She associated George Lucas with misogyny. Think about this. This is how much resentment she has towards George Lucas. She hates him. She hates the creator of Star Wars. She hates everything about him. So, of course, her vision of Star Wars is not going to be that of George Lucas. And thus, her vision of Star Wars is not going to be real Star Wars. It's just not going to feel like it. And that's exactly what I saw the other day. I'm not going to lie. I was laughing my ass off. And I'm hearing that apparently in episode 3 next week, we are going to learn that the Force is female. Like, legitimately. Like, it's going to be female. Apparently, there's going to be some lesbian witches. They use the Force. Two ladies. They did some Force scissoring. I don't know. And they created a baby. And that's what the twins are. The twins that we're seeing. The bad one and the good one. And here's the thing. I saw this in one of my comments on another platform where I posted a video in regards to this show. And I was attacked. I was called, oh, well, you just don't like this show because it has representation, because it has people of the LGBTQ plus community. And here's my thing, ladies and gentlemen. I have never had a problem or will ever have a problem with representation in TV shows. What I do have a problem with is these creators, these executives, foolishly believing that all they have to do is put inclusivity, put DEI, put all this woke garbage front and center, and thinking that we're all just going to eat it all up because we want to be righteous just like they are. When that's not the case. Well, when we turn on the television, we turn on the screen, we want to be entertained. We do not want to think about this woke crap. We do not want to, oh, I can see myself. I never once saw Star Wars. I'm like, well, maybe Luke Skywalker, not so much that I saw myself in Luke Skywalker. I'm not a farm boy in the desert and with twin sons, but I aspired to be as heroic as him. Not so much so that I saw myself in him, is that I wanted to be like him. I wanted to reach for the stars. I wanted to do grander things. I wanted to do bigger things. I wanted to be the hero. And that's what is lacking from Star Wars, is that these executives, instead of focusing to what people want to aspire to be, what people want to be great, people want to be good, people want to do good things. These executives and these creators they're inserting these characters, believing that people don't want to see what they want to become. They want to see who they are. And I just think that's a huge mistake. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensational.